Hi everyone. In today's video I am going to show you how to take the third row seats out of a Toyota Sienna. This is a 2011 third generation Sienna. It's the first year of the third generation model, and that takes us through the current year, so the process should be similar for 2011 to 2020 Siennas. I had a second generation Sienna, 2009, before this one, and taking the third row seats out of that wasn't a lot different. So overall the process is going to be similar between the Siennas. So let's get started. Okay, step one, get the seats out of the way. Okay, step two. Step two is going to look really easy, but this is going to be the hardest part of the entire process for you guys, because I've already removed these plastic covers. The trick to all of this is just removing these 4 plastic covers. That exposes all the hardware, and there's only 7 pieces of hardware to remove. But getting these plastic covers off is really hard. You just have to realize that you're going to break some clips, some hidden retainer clips underneath, and you can buy replacements of those clips fairly easily. So I've already broken mine and removed them, but I'll do this, I'll show you where they are. So this cover only has 1 clip. Now these clips look like this. You would, if you ever wanted to put this back in, you would slide the clip into this slot right here, and then you push it with a little bit of force to force the retainer clip back into that hole. This particular cover just has 1 clip. It's got a little tab here that sits on top of this sheet metal right here. So the way to get this on later on is to rest that on top like that, line up the clip right here, and push it on. But I'm not going to do that right now. You just got to pry behind here, this left side, pry that till the clip pops out, then you can lift it off. What usually happens is the clip will stay behind in the metal and pull out of the plastic. So when this comes off, the clip is in the metal, not in the plastic. This one's the same way. Exact same part as the right side. These are identical. The bottom covers, there's clips here and here. So you would pry right under this side and under this side and pop it off. There's also little grip features here and here where the cover is grabbing onto the hinge bolt. The hinge bolt is like this, and the cover comes down and kind of grips it. You'll see in a moment. So this pop off, this comes off, and there is one more retainer. See, this one's still in the metal right there, but it came out of this slot right here. Underneath, you can see here is where the retainer clips would be, and you'll find that when you pull up on the cover, because the cover's slotted, it's kind of easy for the clips to kind of slide out because they're held very firmly in the sheet metal. Over here on the ends, this is a hinge bolt, comes all the way through, and there's little like a snap feature molded into the cover on this side, and another one over on this side. So they grab onto these 2 ends. So that's it for here. There's just the 2 main clips here and the extra one that'll be underneath there. This side's the same. It has a clip here and here. You would pry up here and keep this side, and then it's also has the extra clip that's here. So this one can be used again. But the ones that do get stuck in the sheet metal, they are very difficult to remove. I had to basically cut them out because they will not come out to live another life. Now with the covers out of the way, we can see the hardware. On this seat, there's 2 main bolts on the bottom, and the upper nut is the one you want to take off. You want to leave the bottom one alone, take the upper one off. It's 12mm hardware, 12mm hex. This is essentially the same on this side. The 2 bottom bolts, you have 1 nut up here, and there's the extra nut for this left side. So I've got a 12mm socket on my impact wrench. Let's just take all this hardware off. Okay, hardware out of the way, and now the seats are free to come out. The bottom is loose. This stud sticking through the sheet metal bracket, that's the last trick to getting the seats out. You have to wiggle stuff around to get it to slide off the threaded stud. So if we release, oh well, so this was easy. This one just slid back. So this is free. It's still clipped in the front. Let's get this like this, and we can lift this out. I think I'll lift it this way. And then this side, lift this up. Now let's pull it backwards, and it's free, and we can lift this one out. Okay, so here's what we got. Okay, the 2 seats are ready to be stored. What I like to do is flip them over. And collapse the hardware like that. And use a zip tie to hold this down, otherwise it'll spring back up. And this side, do the same. A final note on this is the weight of the seats. I weighed these. This one is 52 pounds, this one is 62 pounds, so just be prepared for that. Otherwise, that's the process. Hope this was useful for you. I'm happy to answer any questions you got. Just leave it in the comments, and I'll see you again later.